your hostess with the self-proclaimed mostess. I am so excited to have you here with me this Monday. This is one of my favorite days in my business is when I get to come to you live. And today I have a topic. I say this every week though, but today I have a topic that's going to light you up. And I have an action step for you at the end that I want you to do. And I want you to tag me in. And I want you to get out there. And I want you to be a boss in your biz. I want you to be a big, beautiful boss babe in your biz. Hello, Elizabeth Fowler, who is on fire. Listen, we start our boot camp in 1 week. So today is still just a free training that I give to everybody. Jane Bates, hello. So great to see you. Today we are talking about getting over the fear of going live and increasing your ROI in your business. Now, last week I actually walked you through ways to nurture your people and to go live. So if you are afraid, a little bit nervous, a wee bit shy to go live, this is the place for you today. So is anybody, hello Karen Coleman, is anybody afraid of going live in their business? Now let's be honest. Now some of you may very well be, I'm great at it. I don't mind it at all. I can go live till the cows come home. It's all good. But there's a strategy to going live. So there's one thing to go live and kind of lose your people in the mix, and there's a strategy to go live and increase your ROI. So if you are interested in going live and letting your people know you, and we talked about the know, like, and trust factor last week. If you missed last week's training, go and catch it. It's in the guides organized for you by date, and you can catch that. But today I want to talk to you how to get over. Elizabeth said, Beth says, sorry. Once I started, it was a game changer. Girlfriend, you are talking my language. You are talking my language. Okay, so I want you to know a little bit about me. We have so many new people here in the group. And if you're new and you're seeing me live for the first time, hello and welcome. I'm Lori Joy, and I run the Launch It Live with Lori Joy group. And I also come here every Monday, not afraid, but interested in the ROI. Lori is new. Hello, LaDonna. I'm so excited to be here with you today. So what's going to happen is, Lori, we're going to get to that. We're going to talk about your messaging and why your messaging when you're live is crucial and very important. Okay, so let's get started. So next Monday, a lot of you are here because you're interested in the boot camp that I am going to run for you next week, 5 days. And at the end of 5 days, you are going to have your entire boot camp planned out for your business. This is a wonderful way to bring your audience from cold to close in a fraction of the time. I am actually going to walk you through my entire framework that I use to hit 5-figure launches on repeat. No, I'm not holding anything back. I'm not going to behind the door, and I'm not going to share stuff with you. I'm very transparent. You get what you see, and I'm going to share it all with you. So that starts next Monday, same time here every day. And if you can't be here live, you can definitely catch the replay. But this could be very well a game changer for your business. Now, I have some ladies. Hello, Jane. I have some ladies that are on this live right now who are part of my program and who have gone live, and it is a game changer. So I want to start with a story for some of you today. I'm not sure if you know, or a lot of you know, but you'll find out very soon that for 23 years, I was a drama and English teacher and a university professor. And so I have helped a number, and I want to say somewhere in the thousands of young adolescents come out of their shell and be able to express themselves, not only in front of their fears, but on stages in front of audiences, okay? And many times when that semester would begin, I would have students who are unable to sit in a circle with their fellow classmates and just say their first name out loud. Never mind getting up and doing a production or, running around like an elephant on the stage and doing all the crazy things we did in drama, playing games, and being vulnerable in front of their own peers. So one of the things I'm not going to do today is to sit here and tell you that going live is something that you shouldn't be fearful of. Because if you're going live and what you're going to talk about, means a lot to you and it excites you, then you should have a twinge of nervousness within you when that camera goes on, or when you step on that stage, or when you speak on a podcast, right? There should be a part of you that has this excited nervousness. And it could be excitement just rolled up into one. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that going live, you shouldn't be afraid. That's not true, right? You just get better at it. And that nervousness just depletes the more times you do it. Because I've been doing this for 23 years. I've spoken on major international stages. I've spoken in front of thousands of people. And I'll tell you, I get nervous before I speak. Of course you do, right? Of course you do. But that doesn't mean that it has to stop you. So going back to my students, going back to my story, at the beginning of the year, what happens is I allow those students to find their way in their voice in a gentle and safe environment. I don't push them to do something that they're not ready to do. And at the end of the semester, no, not even at the end of the semester, I would say probably a couple of weeks in, these students are now raising their hands first and want to go first and volunteering to go first. And what happens is it's amazing when you have someone in your corner who believes in you. And you may not know me yet, but I hope you come to feel that I am that person for you. I can believe or put that belief in you to get out there and share your message. And I'm going to do that with you today. So I'm not here to push you into something that you're not ready to do. I'm here, though, to encourage you, to cheerlead for you, to show you what going live and sharing your message live can do for the bottom line in your business. Okay? So if you're excited for that, and if you're going to, and if you're not going to let going live stop you, give me a little communication in the comments. Give me a like, heck yeah, Lori, I'm ready. Okay? So let's jump into some of the myths that people think when they're considering going live in their business. And then let's dispel those myths with some strategies in order to not only make going live easier, but more profitable for your business. Are you ready? Are you ready, ladies? All right, I have my tea here. I have to drink often. I got a bad throat. It's years of teaching and abusing my voice, right? Okay, so myth number one is everyone will laugh or talk about me once they see me going live. Now, I could have a whole topic on this. I could do a whole live on this. Good morning, Nicole Reed. But I'm going to keep it brief because we have so much to get through today. And a lot of us suffer from what other people think of us, and it stops us in our tracks and it keeps us small. Now, this is a mindset thing that we need to overcome, and I'm going to help you with that today, right? And we can do it. So it's funny how we're always thinking people are watching us and judging us or waiting for us to mess up or waiting for us to be successful. And I want to tell you that even though you think a lot of people are out there watching you, more times than not, they're way more concerned with what's going on with themselves. Okay? Right. Keeping people good enough to keep people is terrifying. Brooke, that's a great question. And we have a strategy here in my program. And when I do live every week to keep your people engaged. So watch what I do today and see if you can come up with some of those hints and tips. So what happens is people aren't really concerned about what's going on with us. They're really concerned what's going on with themselves, right? And if you have people that aren't around you to support you, like if you get on a live and you don't have people on there sharing what you're doing, telling everybody about the wonderful things that you're doing, the bottom line is you need new people in your life. Okay? And that's why I said I can go off on a tangent. Or better yet, how about you surround yourself with others that will lift you up? And I hope that you can start to see this group and this community that I'm forming here. And with these coaching calls that I do every week, right? And you come here and you learn a little bit of tactics and strategy and mindset so that you can go out and crush your business. So I love this line. I don't know where it came from, but I use it often, and I say that people are going to talk no matter what. No matter what you do. Whether you go live in your business, right, or you don't, whether you share your business or you don't, whether you talk about the excitement in the new thing that you're doing or you don't, whether you play big or you play small, or you stick behind your computer, people are going to talk. And my dears, my advice to you today is give them something to talk about. Okay? So, teaching adolescents for 23 years, I joke and I've said I have become like Teflon, right? The Teflon in your pan, where you make your egg and it just slides right out when you're done. That's what you have to become. Because when you start doing things really well and people start not only noticing what you're doing, but then critiquing what you're doing, you have to have the mindset. You have to have that bravado built in. I congratulate any of you who get a hater on your Facebook ads if you're running them, on your posts, because it's not about you, it's all about. But if you don't try to get better at what you're doing, going live will keep you small in your business. There is nothing like going live in your business. And I went through all of that last week, but I want to keep going with the myths. Myth number 2, you're not sure what to say and you think you're going to sound maybe like a bumbling idiot, or, I'm going to say and ah, and I do it. I say I'm right. I say right way too many times, right? So if you're just new and you're not sure what to do when you get on a live, I want you to start to think about your messaging. Okay? I'm going to go to my trusty whiteboard, ladies. I want you to start to think about your messaging. And I want you to think about your messaging in terms of the solution that you offer either in your program or in your network marketing products, and what they can provide for your people. I like to refer to this like as your point B, right? Your people start here and they're in pain and they're stuck and they're suffering. And then through your training, through your paid program, through your bought products, they become and they get to this point B. And a lot of times we're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say, because we're thinking about our program or we're thinking about our product. And what I want you to start to focus on is your solution. Okay? So for those network marketers, you are going to go live, and I caution you not to lead with your product, but to lead with your solution. So for example, it's not about the lavender, right? Or how it's sourced, or how it's bottled, or the price, okay? What the lavender is about is how it allows your toddler to sleep through the night. How when placed on your pillow, it stops your racing mind at the end of the day. So you want to talk about the solution that your people want, right? And you'll sell your products all day, every day. And the same thing goes for you ladies that are creating a program, whether it's 3, 6, 9, 12 months, whatever that might look like for you. What's going to happen to your people when they come out of your program? What is the point B? What is the solution that you offer after your paid program? So for those ladies that are inside my Launch It Live Academy, they are working towards 5-day boot camps and them having 5-figure launches on repeat for the rest of their business life. And so I want you to think of your program in terms of what the big solution is that you offer to your people, and start talking about that on repeat. So I often will caution my ladies about buying the pre-made 365 posts that you can put on Instagram and Facebook. And there's no judgment, ladies. I have been there. I have bought them, okay? Because a lot of those times those posts aren't really geared to your solution. You're the expert. You know your program best. You know your product best. So start talking about the solutions that you offer, right? Think about the power of your message. A lot of times what happens is program creators, as course creators, we think about the content and we want to lead with the content. But really, people don't want to know all of the content, all of the hours of video you have in, or you have a membership site, and what they want is the solution. Action takers want the solution. And if you want to attract action takers to your business, then you better put them in some momentum. And that happens through your messaging. And there's no more powerful way than talking about your solution than when you're talking live. You cannot get my excitement and my passion in the tone of what I'm talking about through a post. You can't. And you have to watch, right? So Brooke mentioned, how do I keep them engaged, right? One of the things I do, Brooke, and I think, and I went into it with more, there's lots of actually trainings on how to go live, but I want you to think about, what do you want your people to do at the end of your live? So this is a backward design. This is something we do in education all the time. I was a university professor and I taught people who wanted to be teachers. And I said, instead of starting with the content, right, the curriculum, what do you want your people to do at the end of this live? So today, before I come live, I think, okay, what do I want to offer for value to my ladies? Right? And then what do I want them to do at the end? So you'll have a call to action, a CTA, and your CTA can be a number of things. It could be join my boot camp that starts next Monday. So for the last 3 weeks, I have been talking about my boot camp, right? Because I know the power of this free training. It's no fluff. It's on point. You're going to walk away with your entire boot camp done in 5 days. It is the best free training out there, hands down. And ladies, over the last 10 years of me being on live, girls, I have seen a lot of free trainings, okay? So I talk about that because that's what I want, Brooke, right? That's what I want for all of you ladies to come to the boot camp so I can help you get unstuck in your business. So I want you to think about, what do you want your people to do at the end of your live? So I have an action step for you to go out in order to boost your business right now. I don't want to sit here and, give you fluff and tell you, kumbaya, and this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you some action steps to go out and change your business today using live video. Okay? So think about the end, have a call to action, and then what value can you give your people? What value can you give your people? So I have an expertise in speaking live. And I could teach you all day, every day for months how to go live. But I have to think, what can I do in a half an hour or 40 minutes here for these ladies that's not overwhelming? Oh. And can help them get into action today. Okay? All right. So I love that. Ready to go. Good question, Brooke. You're the best. Now, number 3. This is myth number 3, the third one, then we're going to switch it into strategies. You may feel that you're not confident enough or that you cannot do it. And I'm here to say that if you are here in this group, if you were called to be here in this group, because I believe what I put out in the universe, I get back. I get amazing women in my groups and in my life and in my community. So you are here for a reason. Have you ever heard the adage, when the student is ready, the teacher appears? So you are here for a reason, to learn how to go live and do it better, to do it right, to increase the ROI, right? To have the strategy. You were here for a reason. So I'm going to challenge you to put it into action. So if you feel that maybe you're not confident or you're fearful or you can't do it, let's talk about what's really going on here. Because it's much deeper. It's much deeper than just flipping on a camera and going live. When I hear this, I know that something is rooted in fear. You are coming from a fearful place. And I think that the person that's saying that is not confident and they believe they can't do it and they're just residing in that fear. And I want to challenge you to sit with that and think about something, okay, ladies, that you weren't good at that now that you have mastered. So if you're live and you're watching and I can see your comments, what is something that you used to be not very good at, but now you're a whiz? And if you're watching hashtag replay, I want you to tell me as well. So what is something that you weren't good at that now that you're a master? So let me give you my example while you're thinking about yours and typing it in the comments. Very tangibly, I have played volleyball all my life. So I played all my life and then I've coached for the rest of the time, right? And I could not for the life of me get my overhand serve down pat. It would go and like before the net. Okay, so I don't know if I have any volleyball players in here with me, but I couldn't get it over the net. I couldn't do it. And so during the games, I would just do an underhand serve because I knew I could get it over the net and get the ball in play. And then when it came time to practice, what do you think I did? I practiced my overhand serve. I didn't practice my underhand because I already knew how to do it. So it was until I got confident and saw that performance constantly happening, that overhand serve constantly going over the net, that I took and put it into the game, right? So I want you to think about something, again, that you weren't very good at and now that you have mastered. And how did that happen? How did you become the master of the baking of cookies or the gardening or the 5K race or the hiking or the yoga? What were you pitiful at that you are better now? Come on, ladies, tell me what have you mastered? And I bet you that the answer, right? How did you get better? You practiced. But it's even beyond the practice, ladies. It's about you've started. It's more importantly that you took the step to get started. Karen underhand served the whole game. So maybe it wasn't pretty at first. Maybe the cookies didn't taste the best that they do right now. Maybe the yoga move was really painful and you were super wobbly until you were able to perfect it. Or maybe you ran around the block the first time and now you can pump out a 5K like no one's business. But it just doesn't magically happen. So why would you think if you have to practice and actually make the conscientious decision to start something that going live is bad? Yes, Melissa, gravy. I love it. I have an aunt who we don't allow to touch the gravy at family gatherings when we could get together because it's always lumpy. So I feel you, right? So I want to challenge you, all right, to first of all, start changing your story. How do you change the mindset? You change the story that's going on inside your head. And so for this, it's the same thing for going live. It's just a story. I'm fearful. I'm not good at it. It's just words. And you have to stop believing them. Because that story will keep you small, and it's a story that will keep you safe, and it's a story that keeps you in your comfort zone, right? But today I want you to challenge you to change that story. I want you to change that story, and instead of saying, I'm fearful of going live, I want you to say, I'm excited to learn how to get better. And today is the day I'm going to start. Dying on the vine, become a middle-aged woman, fibromyalgia, miserable, now thriving. I hear you, Brooke. I hear you, right? Now, there's a number of ways that we can do this, okay? So let's talk about, we've talked about our messaging, talking about our solution. We've talked about getting over the story of going live and, getting over those myths. So let's talk about the action step that I want you to do today. And I want you to think about the ROI, so the return on investment, if you did this consistently. So who was it? It was Lori. Lori, you had mentioned, no, is it Lori? Sorry. Let me look. Yeah, it is Lori. So, Lori, the ROI I really dug into last week. So, go and find last week's live if this doesn't satisfy your ROI hunger. But I really went into it about the 4 attributes you need in order to take live and make it your ROI in your business. But the action step that I want you to take is one of these things is to simply start with your phone and your video on your phone and videotaping yourself, okay? You don't have to put it anywhere. You just have to start getting used to seeing your face on video and hearing your voice, right? So just putting your camera up, swiping your camera up on your phone, switching it from photo to video, and press record and start to practice and say your grocery list, for God's sake. Who cares what you say, right? And just start to get used to seeing yourself. In fact, here's a fun fact for you ladies. It has been reported that over the last year and a half over the pandemic, and because so many people have been on Zoom and they've been seeing their face, that plastic surgery has actually gone up by leaps and bounds because everyone is seeing themselves a lot over and over and over on Zoom. So plastic surgery has gone up. Okay, so one of the ways that you can do is simply on your camera, taking a video and just not sharing it at this point, just keeping it to yourself. So you can, stand in front of a window, get some good lighting. I have a ring light, which obviously you can see in my glasses. But if you have a window, you can have some natural light, face the window, hold your camera, and do that. Another way that you can do this on a smaller scale, okay, is think about your stories. Now, Facebook stories are very quick, 15 seconds. Same thing with Instagram stories. So you can go on there and you can just say, hi, my name is, and this is what I offer. So I help so-and-so. This is a thing I teach my ladies in the academy. So I help, and your ideal client, okay, to do what? Right? So they can have what's the ultimate solution. Okay? So mine is I help online course creators and network marketers use 5-day boot camps to have 5-figure launches. That's way less than 15 seconds. But you can practice that and tell people what it is that you're doing, the solution that you're offering, so that your ideal client can start coming out of the woodwork and find them and the solution in you, right? How do you attract your ideal client? You very clearly state what it is you do, who you help, very quickly. Some of you like to call it your elevator pitch, right? You have to be succinct in this. And the better you are at relaying that, the more you will call out your ideal client. The more your ideal client will say, yes, that Lori is the person I should be training with. I don't say that I can help everybody with 5-day boot camps because I can't. I don't work with brick and mortar people. So I want them to hear me say online course creators and network marketers so they can say, she's not the girl for me. Thank you. And they don't waste their time. So get really clear. It all comes back to messaging. And some of us fall through the cracks and some of us maybe overthink. I think sometimes as entrepreneurs, I say this often, we go to work to complicate things. It doesn't have to be complicated. Your lives don't have to be complicated. They don't have to be 30 minutes. They can start with being 15 seconds. And the same thing with Instagram stories. Very easily and say, I help, call out your ideal client, to do what? What do you help them to do so that they can get what? So I help online course creators and network marketers use 5-day boot camps so they can have 5-figure launches. It's very clear. I'm not putting any obscure words in there. I'm not being clever. I'm hitting the point. So what I want you to do before the day ends, my action takers, is to go on Instagram stories if you have them, or Facebook stories, and do a 15-second live and call out your ideal client and tell them what you do and tag me in it so I can support you, right? This is how your ROI changes when you're clear on your messaging. And maybe some of you aren't. Maybe your elevator pitch is a gong show. Maybe it goes on and on and on, right? And you want to tell everything that you do in that little bit of time when someone says, "So, what do you do? Nice to meet you. What do you do?" Right? And then you can start to see people's eyes gloss over because you've lost them, right? So, again, and I also, another way to get over this fear is to think about your moral obligation, right? So this is where your values and where you come from comes out in your messaging. So I want you to think about your moral obligation to help people who are in pain, who may be suffering, who might need help in the right direction, say in their business or their life, who may be praying for what you have and your business has to offer. And I want you to go out there and I want you to go live. And I want you to stop thinking about yourself and start thinking about the people that you can help, right? Nicole, you're in the right space. Like, you're one of my Launch It livers here. You're one of my Academy ladies. And when we get to confidence on camera, you're going to rock it. You're going to rock it. So don't you worry. You got it covered. You have skills that you don't even know you have yet, Nicole, right? I see that in you. So when you're able to think about the people that you can help and the difference that you can make in their lives, or the lives of their family, the lives of their children, then there's no stopping you. If you truly believe that you have a solution to a problem that people desperately need, you should be shouting it from the rooftops. And I want you to start to shift your thinking about and take it off of you and what you think you look like when you turn on the camera, right? And how you don't think you look good and you don't like the sound of your voice. That's just excuses, ladies. I'll tell you up front right now, that's an excuse. And I want you to dig deep inside, because we are all about human connection here. Coaching, in my teaching, we are all about human connection. And I want you to stop thinking about you and thinking about the people that you can help, right? Linda, you are an educator by trade. You have lots of confidence, my dear. You have lots of confidence. And working with you, Linda, I get to see all of your talents. And there are so many people who need what you have to offer, my dear, right? And you need to get out there. So I want to put this challenge out to you. So if you're on Facebook or if you're on Instagram, to go live in your stories today and tag me in it. I want to see you're an action taker, and let me support you and let me cheerlead you on, right? To no longer being in your comfort zone, but for you to take action and move forward so that you're actively looking for people to help, right? Because we are. That's why we're entrepreneurs. That's why we're out of the box thinkers. That's why we're here, to make a difference in the lives of others. You, my dear, are a different breed of woman. You go to work every day in your entrepreneurial space to make a change for others. When you make a change for others, then your business grows and your ROI grows and your success grows and your paycheck grows. But it all starts with helping others. And when you can stop thinking about, I'm going to go live and this is awful and this is so scary, and you can go live and start thinking about the people that you help on a daily basis and who you can take out of suffering, pain, all of those things, a problem. And going live and what you talk about won't be a problem, right? Because you will constantly be talking about your solution and the people you help and how you get them to where they want to be. Sorry, I see my thing is glitching, my internet. My apologies for that. So this is your call to action. And then hang on to your hat, ladies, because next Monday we go live. And I coach you for 5 days for free, all about how to take this element of live and getting over this fear of going live and taking my content and visibility strategies about live and putting them into action. And I literally walk bit by bit. So at the end, you have your entire thing filled out. Hi, Heather. You have your entire boot camp filled out. It's not like you're going to leave and go, now what? Right? You're going to leave and then go do a boot camp, right? It's that amazing. And it's the teacher in me that's able to break this concept down so it's not overwhelming. It's not a load of fluff. You are tangibly going to write down every step of your boot camp every day until you have it completed on the Friday. So if you can't join me live at noon Eastern starting next Monday, it's okay, ladies. The videos will stay in here. So if you can't be on live, don't think, oh, I can't do the boot camp. Not true. Then I give you the weekend to do all the catching up. But I'm here to help you. Get your business out into the world so I can help produce more 5, 6, 7-figure income earners as women entrepreneurs who will change the world. Because when you put more money into a woman's pocket, beautiful things happen. Beautiful things happen, right? So I'm all about philanthropy. I'm all about giving back. You'll hear my stories over the time that we spend together. I have amazing prizes for those of you who come live or on the replay and finish your boot camp. I can't wait to share them with you. I have some sweet swag. And the most important thing is you're going to get something out of it. You're going to walk away with a skill set and a plan to go out there and to do all the things we talked about today. Be fierce going live, sharing your message, getting your solution out there, and changing the lives of people who desperately need your help. And I know you can get behind that because that's why you're here. That's why you've come. And I cannot wait, right? Thanks, ladies. I cannot wait to change your lives with this. And I'm not being facetious when I say that. A lot of people will say, oh, it's a life-changing experience. I can actually stand here with a straight face, right, and say that I know that what I will provide for you is going to change your business. So we are past the first quarter of 2021. And if you want the rest of your year to be on point, let me teach you this new concept. Come with an open mind, come with an open heart, come and learn and actually do the steps. It will change. Yeah, it changes your momentum. It changes your business. It changes your life. I don't pay these ladies to say this, right? My ladies, right? It's true. It's so true. And because I'm an educator, my last point, and then I'm going to sign off, but because I'm an educator and I have been steeped in theory my entire teaching career and career as a university professor, I'm anti-theory. I am all about the action. So I can't sit here and say, well, for your boot camp, let's think holistically. Let's think ethereally. Let's think theoretically. I can't do it. I have to say, get your pen and paper out, ladies. Let's go to town. And that's going to start on Monday. So if you're in my group and you haven't signed up for the bootcamp, do so, because in order to be eligible for the sweet swag and all the prizes, and wait till you see what I have for you, I'm so excited, you have to be signed up. So those new ladies that just came in the group, you're signed up, you're ready to go. Don't worry about it. You don't have to sign up twice. Get your blueprint. So it's in the post that I welcomed you in. There's a little link. It takes you to Messenger. It opens up a 1-page blueprint, and we're going to fill that entire thing out in 5 days. You're going to be amazed at all the action you take in your business. So big love and hugs. I can't wait to see the action teachers going out, talking about who you are, who you serve, and the solution you offer in your 15-second lives today. Tag me in them. We'll see you Monday. Bye, ladies.